With the latest award season done and dusted, a fresh round of political acceptance speeches, and the next US president election on the way, it's time to question again the role that actors and other celebrities have in politics. As well as taking a look as to how politics influences and affects the films and TV shows we enjoy watching. In the words of the smoothest man in the galaxy, you might want to buckle up, baby. Welcome to Hakuna MaChatter, the diversity in film and TV discussion channel, helping you to better understand the importance of diversity in film and TV. Actors and politics is an interesting debate. On the one hand, we have actors within the realms of Hollywood who are deemed to be living life in a bubble of money and privilege and know not what life is like for the rest of the world. So how could they possibly weigh in on political issues and know what is best for the average Joe? Echoing Ricky Gervais's most recent Golden Globe speech. On the other hand, a lot of these actors have worked and grind to reach that level, leaving behind lives the rest of us live today. Therefore, once they have reached that platform, surely they should be using it to influence political and social change. Of course, what immediately comes to mind is, how do I discuss this subject without being hypocritical or showing bias? As we have to question, where do I stand on the political spectrum? Am I happy to hear actors talk and endorse politics that I don't agree with? And therefore, do I only support actors who have opinions that are the same as my own? Do I agree in the first place that actors should be using their platforms and positions to influence politics? I will answer all of these questions by the end of the video, but what I want to start with is, do I or we only support actors voicing their opinions if we agree with those opinions? From what I've experienced and from what I've unearthed in my research for this video, is that generally people don't want to hear an actor's political opinions when those opinions do not align. In 2019's UK general election, actors Hugh Grant, Steve Coogan and grime artist Stormzy were very vocal in their support of voting against the Conservative Party. This sparked a lot of angry comment sections advising them to stay out of politics. What do they know with the privileged lifestyles they lead, etc, etc. For good or for worse though, after Stormzy voted his support for the Labour Party in the run-up to the election, voter registration spiked the next day by 236%. Wow! That was hundreds of thousands, predominantly young people, registering to vote for the future of their country. A similar thing happened in 2018 in the US when Taylor Swift showed her support for Democratic politicians. Now, of course, the majority of these people will be fans and listeners of both Stormzy and Swift, and although the increase in registration is a positive outcome of their endorsements, it's most likely that the majority of these people will vote in accordance to the person they follow. Just one look at the replies to Stormzy's tweet can confirm that. I've recognised that in the majority, actors and celebrities who publicly voice their political opinions usually land on the left-hand side of the political spectrum, and in 2018 a poll here in the UK on YouGov gave for some interesting readings. It showed that 52% of Britons oppose celebrity involvement in political issues, with only 9% in support. Of course, this poll was asking about all celebrity involvement, whether it be on the left or the right. That's my left and my right. But taking a look at how those age brackets voted and then cross-referencing it with how they voted in the 2019 general election, tells a lot. In 18 to 24-year-olds, 26% of them were in support of celebrities weighing in on political issues, and that age bracket was the highest in support. 32% voted neither in support nor in opposition, while still 33% did vote in opposition. 56% of 18 to 24-year-olds voted for Labour in the 2019 general election. Taking a look at the ages 60 plus, they voted majority in opposition of celebrities voicing their political opinions, and they voted in majority for a conservative government. Now, you may take something different from those numbers than I do, but definitely to me it shows that people are in opposition of actors and celebrities voicing their political opinions when those opinions do not align with their own. So let's take a look at the other two questions. Where do I stand politically, and do I think that actors and celebrities should publicly voice their political opinions? Personally, I'm on the left when it comes to politics. Always have been, always will be. I believe this comes from my love for the arts and for my chosen career as an actor. Okay, now I know that me being an actor may begin to load this video to one side, but Let me explain. When I've seen comments online, they are usually akin to this handy picture. The assumption from people outside of the industry that actors, singers, and other creators are mere entertainers, something for money to be thrown at like a dancing monkey. When in reality, it goes a hell of a lot deeper than that. As I mentioned in my past video on representation versus tokenism, as an audience, sure, yes, we want to be entertained, but we also want to share in the human experience when watching a film, TV show, or a piece of theatre. Exploring humanity, emotions, and telling a story is all part of the actor's work. Whenever I get on stage or in front of a camera, I'm doing it to understand that character, to live their life as written in the script. It's not about pretending or lying for a living, it's about telling someone else's truth, and you can't tell a truth if you don't have a human connection to it. And you definitely won't get on an Oscar or BAFTA stage if your only prerogative is to entertain. It has to be more than that. And so from there, I'm reminded of something I recently heard Jamie Foxx say on an Actors Roundtable, in which he said, "It's not a question of politics, it's a question of human nature." Actors weigh in on political issues, not because they only want to endorse a particular party or candidate, but because they want to express their opinions on a human level, and they have the platform to do that. Chris Evans taking to Twitter to shut down Donald Trump, or Leonardo DiCaprio accepting an award and taking the time to talk about the environment are the actions of humans. If we, the everyday people, get to use social media and local councils in that way, why can't actors and celebrities? Adding to this, what does my left-leaning stance have to do with my love for the arts? People on the right and the centre of the political spectrum also love these things. I think for starters, people are incorrect when they separate arts and politics as if one can do just fine without the other. Throughout all of history, politics has influenced the art from either side of the political spectrum and vice versa. The fact that degrees can be taken in arts and politics shows the mutuality of the two subjects. Where my left-leaning self comes in is that art is a great way of expressing my opinion. This video, this YouTube channel is me using my creative expression. And so when art, and in particular film and TV, starts to become more diverse both in front of and behind the camera, I begin to rally behind those projects, to watch those films, binge those TV shows. Creatives are using their means of expression to enforce political and social change to better represent the world we now live in. To fight against that is to have a political opinion that wishes art and media to be representative of a world we have already moved away from. To belittle people as woke or as an SJW for being too political is being too political. Diversity in film and TV in the long run will only enrich our lives. Why? Because we finally get to learn about one another on a human level. Black and mixed race British history is not taught in schools in the UK here, therefore it is through the arts we must learn about one another. Imagine if in school we learnt about each other, how more inclusive the world would be today. Arts and politics belong together. So what do I think about actors and celebrities voicing their political opinions no matter what end of the political spectrum they sit on? Honestly, all the more to them. They are people, they are citizens, and going back to the comments from Jamie Foxx, to get into the position I'm in and not say anything, he's absolutely right. One thing I will say is that no matter which side they are arguing from, like all of us, they need to make sure they are not hypocritical. Joaquin Phoenix, for example, in his BAFTA acceptance speech for his role as the Joker, recognised his white privilege when talking out against systemic racism within the industry. Natalie Portman had the names of female directors she feels should have been nominated for the 2020 Oscars embroidered into her dress. It was, however, later revealed that Natalie Portman's production company has near exclusively hired male directors. It has only used female directors twice, and both times it was Portman herself. Now, Portman is someone that I greatly respect, and I'm really happy that she voiced her opinion in this way. I just hope that she uses it now as a stepping off point for greater action. Actors and celebrities should voice their political opinions, making sure, like us, it is void of hypocrisy. But unlike us, they have the platform to reach millions of people. To not use that platform to voice something you truly believe in would be to waste that which has been given to you. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Click here for more content and make sure you subscribe, turning on your bell notifications for future content. Hakuna MaChatter.